Hello and good afternoon. It's me, Save with Crypto, and I think I'm on my own today. I think math is a bit busy today, so yeah, so I don't think he's around. If he does pop in though, all the better. Let me just check the audio. It's working, excellent. Right, brilliant. Okay, so well, okay, well, the price of Bitcoin, yeah, well, I must admit, this CME gap we had from New Year's Day, I mean, I wasn't quite sure if that was going to be a thing or not, because I looked back at um, past kind of New Year Day type things when the CME was shut, and there wasn't really any particular gaps worth talking about. But the one this year was interesting, because it was quite a bit lower than we were. Well, we just kind of went up, didn't we? After the start of New Year, went up quite nicely, and then. Yeah, and then all the gaps got filled, apart from there's a little tiny bit left of this one up here, which is up at there at like 95.6k. So this was the New Year one, and last night I didn't actually think we'd come down to fill it, but it seems that we did. We actually did that completely. So after that, I was thinking, okay, well, is that it? Is it all over? And I'm not so sure, actually. Let's just go to a different chart. Let's go to the, what should we have? My usual ByBit one, I suppose. And my internet isn't good, or something's not good. Maybe my TradingView, I'm not sure. Come on, load. What's happening there? Oh, God. That's not good, is it? Oh, there you go. Okay. How long did that take to load? Oh dear, quite a long time, wasn't it? All right, let's just turn off Quadzilla for a moment. So this is that trend line I drew in ages ago. This goes back to October 2023, and we are getting a bit kind of dangerously close to that, aren't we? I'm hoping it will bounce, but that's just me hoping. Just trying to think if that is that really as accurate as it could be. Let me put the magnet on. Oh, never sure about the magnet. It just has a mind of its own, doesn't it? All right, so that was a kind of touch there, and then, I mean, should we be looking at that one there? That wouldn't really give a touch there, would it? So, yeah, I think that's kind of what we're looking at, isn't it? So, what would that take us down to if that did kind of come down here and bounce there? That would be about 87 or so. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, what I did notice last night was on the 1 hour time frame, which is the one I was looking at when I made the video yesterday. And I think I'm right in saying that what I was talking about, it was basically this bullish retracement level here drawn in by Quadzilla. That had been there since New Year's Day. And I was thinking, well, that is round about where the CME is. That's got to be a good level to come down to. It didn't seem particularly likely when we were up here, but when it was coming down yesterday, I was thinking, like, yeah, I think that's gonna hit, and it did. And it went back up. Now, when it went back up, this trend shield was working rather beautifully, and this is a good example of how it works. Okay, so this is the momentum oscillator, which is part of Quadzilla. If you don't know what Quadzilla is, go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. It's an indicator that me and Maff have developed here at Save with Crypto. And what it shows you this, what do we call it? We call it the convergence band. It's basically this kind of wiggly band here is made out of various stochastics. And when this goes below this 20% level here, or above the 80% level there, then that's usually when you see a kind of turning point in the price action. Now, what happens, obviously, when we're down here, we're looking for the price to go back up. Now, you get clues because you get these green backgrounds. Now, the green backgrounds are the ones that go from 0 to 100 on the momentum oscillator. They're not these ones that go from 20 to 80. That's a mid-range cross. That's something different. We have been trying to think about how to make these look a little bit different to these to avoid confusion. But at the moment, that's the way you tell them apart. That one goes from 20 to 80, but the backgrounds go from 0 to 100. Okay, so the full length of the momentum oscillator. So when you're down here, we were looking for the price going back up, and it kind of looks like it wanted to because of these green backgrounds. And then you start getting these red triangles. Now, the red triangles, what they mean is like, well, everything's looking like it should go back up, but hold your horses a minute because it's still going down. So you really need to wait for these like red triangles to stop appearing. And they do come in different intensities. And you can see by this last one here, that was around about midnight last night, UTC, the red triangle has stopped appearing, and it definitely stopped by 1 o'clock. So how did that relate to the price? Pretty good. So what happened there? You see, it came down completely, that bullish retracement there from Quadzilla. Okay. That carried on at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. And then it started to go up a little bit. Obviously, you would have seen the convergence band going up a little bit there, which is obviously a good sign. But you still got the red triangles there. And then they finally disappeared here by about 3 o'clock in the morning, when I was very much asleep, and the price went up to there. So that was a nice move. That was, from there to there was, about 2%. With a bit of leverage, you could have made some money there. Now, I think one of the guys in the Discord did do that. I think it was Cryptic, who is also known as Britstralian. And yeah, and I think he's long. Now, the thing is, it is coming back down, isn't it? So is it going to double bottom and then go back up? Not quite sure, to be honest. It's not looking bullish to me. However, I did notice also on the 2-hour time frame, we did actually get a super up. We actually got 2 super ups. Let me just make that bigger. So these little green arrows here, that's the super up indicator. Now that requires, a fairly strict rule of like the way the stochastics are pointing and, the condition they're in, sort of thing. And that normally does imply quite a strong bounce should happen. And it's normally very reliable. So that happened, but wasn't that big, was it? So I'm a little bit wary. Let me just have a look at the this image. I did a little screenshot from the Discord. Well, I put it somewhere. Hang on. There you go. Right. So this is what Maff wrote last night at 10 to 11, which we'll have a look at in a moment. I think he's also done somewhat on X about it. It said it looks like the Greenland crash was predicted by Quadzilla on the 4-hour. The price has now entered a parallel channel. So if it holds above 88.3, where are we now? Which is pretty much where we are now, isn't it? 88.3. It could range for a bit in the discount zone below the 50% level. Time to complete the relief rally up to the 200-day MA. Okay. Right. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. So Cryptic, he's the guy. I think Cryptic's in Australia. I think he's an English guy in Australia. But he said, agreed, if price action doesn't poop the bed after a brief rest, I have my eye on several levels, 90,200-ish, 91,650, but ultimately price needs to recover to 94,500 to 94,600. I'd agree with that, yeah, to steady the ship, and then who knows. With so much outside interference, noise, and circus horseplay, though, it feels like pinning a tail on a donkey at the present. Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, pinning the tail on a donkey. It is a bit, isn't it? There is all the Davos stuff happening as well. Let me just get rid of that and remove that. Go back to yeah. Okay. Let me just have a quick look at the comments. Scotty, good to be back. Oasis, yeah, okay. Hi, Scotty. Oh, hi, everyone. Hello, bear market. Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? Yeah. Florin, up. We good, are we? I'm not so sure, mate. I'm still a bit decided. I still think, I don't know. It's not looking good, is it? Nick, hi there. Hi, Nick. Florin Cars, goo. Kaz, hi. Some might say trading is risky, but sometimes you got to roll with it. You got to take your time. Little by little, definitely, maybe we'll find a brighter day. What else can I add to that? You've done some, might say. And if all else fails, you just turn to cigarettes and alcohol. Excellent. Good bit of oasisism there. Are we bearish today? Are we bearish? Yeah, I think so. GGP still pumping. Yeah, you did well with that, didn't you, Scotty? What Wailu, big mining company, have upped their investment also. Ka-ching. You've done really well with that gold stuff, haven't you, Scotty? Yeah, well done. Brilliant. I must admit, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I kind of missed out on all that, really. I often do. I was thinking yesterday, I was doing something with math, and we pulled up the silver chart, and I realised I'd put a vertical rule on the silver chart in the year 2000. It said wedding, and I was thinking, what's that? And I realised it was when I got married, and then I also realised that last year would have been my silver wedding anniversary. So I was talking about. I even put some on Facebook saying I might buy some silver stock, or I don't know whatever, physical silver or tokenized silver or whatever. I might do that to celebrate my silver wedding anniversary. That wasn't really a silver wedding anniversary, and if I'd have done that, I'd have doubled my money, and I didn't do it for some reason. I just didn't do it. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm not very good at taking my own advice, really. But anyway, so XMR. Okay, we'll have a look at that. It did pull back a bit, didn't it? So we need to look at that XMR, and yeah, we'll have a look. I read Robert Kiyosaki's book 10 years ago, so I bought some gold and silver at the bottom. Oh, well done. Yeah, brilliant. I know. I think it's very easy to get sort of, a bit blinkered with the crypto stuff, and you think, crypto's the answers to everything sort of thing. And I think what it's done for me, it's given me an interest in trading. And in a way, I'm kind of more interested in trading than I am in the actual, the fundamentals of crypto and stuff. I mean, I still think Bitcoin is, probably the best investment you could make, maybe. But yeah, overall though, it's just the crypto thing has got me interested in trading, really. But As you're saying, yeah, diversify. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Um, I did actually buy a load of Tesla stock the other day, thinking like, oh, it's gone down quite a bit. I'll get a load of that, and then it just went down even more. So I don't know. I'm a little bit what's the word? Useless with kind of traditional stuff, because I always think it's going to behave like a crypto where there's the fundamental stuff doesn't matter that much. It's all to do with the chart. But of course, there's lots of things like governments taking away the electric car subsidy, all that sort of thing, which makes the Tesla stock go down and all that. And yeah, sort of there's lots and lots of different factors, aren't there? UK inflation rate rose 3.4% in the year to December. The Office of National Statistics says up from 3.2% in November. I'll tell you what, you can tell, can't you? I mean, now I actually walk around Aldi picking up me veg, and I actually look at fruit and vegetables and actually think that's a bit expensive. I mean, I've never ever considered, unless it's like posh veg like asparagus or something, or I don't know, sugar snap peas or something like, unless it's, but for your bog standard sort of veg, carrots, potatoes, lettuce, peppers, what else do we eat? Tomatoes, apples, clementines, that sort of stuff. I've never ever sort of like thought, well, even had to think about the price. You think, oh, well, that's cheap, and it's good for you. Let's just get loads of it. And now I'm actually thinking, like, God, that's like, I've spent 15 quid on apples this week. Although I do eat a lot of apples. But yeah, so not good, not good. Anyway, average savings rate in the UK is 3.7%, hardly worth holding cash. Savings rate. I don't actually know what they mean by savings rate. Is that like what the percentage that is that like the APR, the average APR? Sounds a bit high to me, actually. I thought it was more like 0.00 something. Anyway, the UK government has made a good job of making the UK public a tax slave. Yeah, I've been back in this country 3, 4, 5, 3.5 years now, and yeah, it's not impressive. The government and everything. I don't know really. Don't want to get political, but I don't think anyone's making a particularly good job of it, are they? Anyway, let's have a look at XMR. So that's not it. So I'm still a bit snuffly, actually. A bit worried about the slowness of my computer, actually, or internet rather. Come on. Let me just see what else I've got running. Turn off Telegram. Turn off my graphics thing. Turn off. Not really much else I can turn off, really. Come on. The hell's going on? Why is it so slow? I'm just going to Is that my internet going bad again? Oh, God. Let me just check the audio. What's going on? Is that my internet going bad again? Oh, right. I think I'm getting there. Oh, sorry about that. Right, you're all still there? Oh, what's going on? Right, I think it's working. Yeah, everything just froze, and then I was doing a internet speed check thing, like with this fast.com, which I think is the thing that Netflix have, aren't they? So you can see how fast your connection's supposed to be. Now that 270 meg, I mean, I know it's not like 3 terabytes or whatever, but it should be fast enough, shouldn't it? And the upload speed's quite slow. They're at 24, so yeah, I don't know really. Anyway, let's go back to this. Right, Scotty said we're all here. Okay, good. XMR Monero. It's Monero, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's looking good. I mean, particularly, so I've got the 1 hour. Oh, this is getting painful, this connection. 1 hour, what can we see? I mean, it'd be lovely to see it come down to here again, wouldn't it? Like 441. That would be really nice. Not sure if it's going to do that just yet. Any other fun time frames? 4 hours got a nice green background there, hasn't it? If you look, I think with this sort of thing, where it's an asset that, for example, I'm not that familiar with. If you see the green background on Quadzilla there, that's looking good. You see when it happened here, it wiggled around for a bit and then it went up. This one here, you got the green backgrounds and the super up, and then obviously it went up quite a lot from there, didn't it? Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, they don't happen that often, do they? Them green backgrounds on the 4 hour. I bet they're there on something like the 6 hour as well. We'll see if it ever loads. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Turn that fast thing off. Okay. Oh God, this is becoming unusable almost. Right. Right, 6 hour with Monero, not quite got a green background there. But yeah, I would say certainly if it gets around to that sort of like 460 kind of area, that's going to be probably worth getting. And there's nothing wrong with Monero, is there? So if that went up, what could you make? You could make a 40-odd% gain, couldn't you? Yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah, definitely. Might write that down. Actually, I've written it down already. I might just put a circle around it. There you go. Thinking that's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, well done there. Okay. What I was going to look at was the Bitcoin price. Don't really want to reload the chart though. Because of what maff was talking about did Quadzilla predict it on the 4 hour time frame? Predict the Greenland crash? Didn't it? Because now this is what he was talking about, right? So I've got these I've got these parallel channels. I've got them on, but they're not very visible, are they? I'm just looking at it on the monitor, on where the monitor. Let me just make them a little bit more visible. This is the new experimental feature that we're kind of playing with. So you need to go to the inputs on Quadzilla, and you need to select this one here, show retracement channels. By default, that is off. Okay, just because it's a bit of a new feature, and we're still working out how useful it is. And I'm just going to increase the opacity a little bit, just double it to 20%. Okay, just to make these show up a little bit. So what maff was saying, it was saying that as the Greenland thing happened on Sunday night, this is rather good, wasn't it? Actually, to be fair, you don't actually see this line. This line doesn't get drawn until the arrowhead appears. So that arrowhead would have appeared at 8 o'clock on Monday morning when we were up here at 93,000, and then it came down there. So that was, yeah, that was an interesting one. That was yeah, definitely a bearish retracement. So that normally implies that the prices are going to go down, but it will go back up there and retrace there. So in theory, you know, the price should at some point go back up there to, you know, 95.4K. But down here, what we don't want to lose is obviously that trend line there that I drew in. And we are right at the bottom of this parallel channel, aren't we? Oh dear, yeah. It's going to depend what happens with the news. I'm sure it is. What we got today. That's tomorrow, isn't it? Personal spending, personal income. Oh, core price index. That is 22nd. That's tomorrow, isn't it? That's quite a few things, isn't there? Right, so tomorrow's going to be an interesting day as well. God, it's so hard to know what to do, isn't it? Personally, me, I'm just mostly just sitting on the sidelines. I'm kind of waiting for a big dump, and then looking for a long opportunity. I did say that I wasn't going to short this down to the CME gap yesterday, but in fact I did. I did a little one, but not huge. And then from there, I've tried doing a little long up there. I closed it with like minimal profit. It was literally just a beer's worth of profit. So at the moment, I am just kind of staying out of the market for the moment because I don't know what's going to happen with Donald Trump. You know, he's a bit of a loose cannon, isn't he? So I don't know what to say really. It's I mean, technically, TA wise, it could just do anything, couldn't it? Anyway, let's have a look. Scott, you're saying quite a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, though, isn't it? Oh, what on XMR? Is that the one you mean? Let's have a look. XMR daily. Oh yeah, that one is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're just talking about buying rather than trading it, you know, I mean, certainly, you know, no harm in setting some limit orders at these kind of levels. I'm not sure if it'll go as low as 225, but you never know. I mean, it did go up so rapidly, didn't it? And, you know, 225 is only the price it was at in April. Quite a long way though, isn't it? Yeah. That does look like it wants to come down to here, doesn't it, at least? I wonder if it's worth. It'd be too. It's too late to short it, isn't it? Really, I would have thought. Don't know. I wouldn't personally, but that's mainly because I don't know the asset that well, you know. Anyway, so this. This is struggling again, isn't it? Right. So heading to 97.6 first, bullish retracement on 4-hour chart. Is that the one we were just looking at? So I'll keep flicking back and forwards, don't I? Let's look at the. Oh, this internet connection is not good. Right. So 4-hour. Come on. Right. Yeah. It could go either way, though, couldn't it? Really. I mean, the problem is it's in quite a strong downtrend, and you know, if it does break this trend line here, it could go down horribly. The other day I was looking at the daily time frame, wasn't I? And I was looking for this cross here of this yellow 21 EMA and the green 55, and that just did not happen, which is why we've come down so much, you know. Is that a little bounce it's having now? Maybe. I've gone back. I've gone to the 5-minute there. Yeah, it's going to depend on what happens. I mean, it was quite a bad day yesterday, wasn't it? Sort of like, you know, in the traditional markets and everything. So, I mean, bad days quite often get followed by a better day. It's not always like the opposite, but you know. Right, markets might settle after all this Davos bollocks, but the whole Japan bond situation is concerning. Yeah, it is indeed. I was listening to, who was I listening to? I think it was Crypto Rover, actually. I think I was listening to him this morning, and he was on about that. But yeah, I think there's just generally not very much confidence in the stock market at the moment. 87.6, I meant to type. 87. Oh, was that what I was looking at? Oh, hang on. That's different to 97.6. I'll DCA and get 20% and keep buying the way down. Yeah, sounds like a plan, actually, with the Monero. 87.6. 87.6. And you were looking at the 4-hour, I think, weren't you? Oh, by the way, for anyone who's but anyone who has any of that XTP, the Tap Global stuff, me, Maff, and Roman did a good recording last night of a conversation about all that. I'm going to edit that this afternoon, and I'll get that published either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Definitely no later than tomorrow, and we can take a look at that, because there was definitely some good info there. Not just about Tap Global as well, but you know, more sort of like about the whole fintech space as well. So I think that's going to be interesting. Right, I've kind of lost track of what you were saying there. Let me have a look. So Harvey's owner, so heading to 97.6 first, bullish retracement on 4-hour chart. Like 87. Where's 87? It would help if my internet worked properly. Anyway, what I was going to say was I think Virgin Media, I think because it's coming up to the end of my in my contract, I've kind of got the impression that they're kind of deliberately kind of like messing with my data a little bit. I don't know if they do that, but like the actual numbers it shows are actually quite good. So it's like I can't complain about the service, but I've just got a feeling that they're going to say, "Oh no, you need to go for the terabyte connection or something," you know. And I think, which is madness, because like when I lived in France, I had like a 20 meg connection, and I managed, I didn't live stream, but I managed to make videos and upload with that, and that was a struggle, you know. So being in the UK and having a more than 100 meg connection is just like an absolute dream. It should be like super fast, you know, for me. Not like a game online or anything, but it should be more than adequate. And it's not. It's a bit crap. It keeps going off as well. So I think I'm going to change provider in April. Not quite sure who yet. But yeah, definitely not Virgin Media, because they've annoyed me. So is that the level you're talking about? 80s? Yeah, I mean, you're probably looking on a different chart, aren't you? But yeah. Well, we're pretty much there, aren't we? You see what yeah. See what you've got that bearish cross of the EMAs there, which is not good. You know, that is a strong signal that the trend is downwards. And because I've got the 5 EMA on as well, it's going like red, cyan, yellow, green. 5, 9, 21, 55. That is a strong trend to the downside. You know, that's going to take a little bit of something to make it reverse. Whether that will be something that happens at New York Open or not, I don't know. I'm not quite sure why it's just disappeared. Okay. Yeah. So I've got these comments. Right. I'm trying to get this to show on the screen, but oh, there we go. But my internet's slowing it down. Okay. Virgin arsons to me too. I jumped to Sky way better. Yeah, my sister-in-law uses Sky, and she's in the same town as me. And she's well, I don't really know, because all she does is watch a bit of telly and use a iPad, you know, to sort of shop with. So I don't know really. Get Starlink, 35 quid a month. Is that all it is? Unless you're in London, there's a wait list. No, I'm not in London. I'm in the southwest of England, so yeah, so definitely not London. So yeah, overall, I don't know. I would love to think that we have a bounce off this trend line here, and we go back up. And we go up to there. But I can't see it happening straight away. So maybe if we go to that one there, 95, that would be good, wouldn't it? So weird. I was looking back at a video I did last summer, and it was like, you know, we were up in like 113s and stuff, and it just seems like madness now that we're down here again. It's almost like, you know, a bear market happens without you sort of knowing. It just creeps up on you, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm just going to have a look at a few few more comments. Blaze saying he dropped the price to compete with BT. Great deal. Can't wait to get it. Okay. All right. So yeah, obviously Blaze London. You're in London, aren't you? I might have a look at that. 35 quid a month doesn't sound bad at all, actually. And so what do you do? Just put it in your garden and just point it towards the sky. Is that all you do? And I suppose you can just take it with you, can't you? Anywhere you go. How was the tap chat? Oh, no worries, Blaze. The tap chat. I did speak about it earlier. It was really good, actually. It was great, and it was really good to have Maff there as well, because Maff asked some really good, like, intelligent questions. And he was prepared for it. He did it properly. He made some notes and stuff about it beforehand. Whereas I just sort of giggled and sort of went when. Well, not quite. It was a little bit more organised than that. So we had a chat. The actual recording I've got is about 56 minutes long. That did include some bits where we were talking about what we were going to talk about. So I think by the time I've edited it, it's probably still going to be quite long. It's probably still going to be about 45 minutes, but I think there's some interesting stuff there. If it's one of these things with these fintechs, I mean, they all take so long to get things off the ground, but if they actually do what they say they're going to do, it's going to be really good. But there was a few things about it, like when we were talking about stuff, I had the TAP website on the screen, and I was looking at a few things, and and I was saying that in my normal job that I don't do very much these days, it's all about search engine optimization. But at the same time, I look at people's websites and I see if there's quick wins where you can improve the user experience, and just things like typos or like menus that don't work properly, which they've also got. That stuff you can fix, like quick, within half an hour, and then you've got a much better user experience, whereas they got stuff that's like not working properly and hasn't worked for a while. So I don't know if that's just because they've got hardly any staff there, but it's going to be a slow thing. If you did invest a load of XTP, invest in a load of XTP, then it might be a bit of a long journey, to get back to where you were. But I mean, Roman, bless him. I mean, I know he's a very big investor, and he's also a shareholder as well. He was saying that he doesn't see why TAP in the next, XTP in the next year or two can't do 100x. I mean, if that happened to me, my stash would be worth $1 million, £1 million actually. So that'd be good. Look, this internet isn't working at all, right? So I think I'm gonna have to call it a day here because it's just rubbish. Nothing seems to want to load. I think I probably need to at least turn it off and on again. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, right. Really sorry. I'm gonna have to Oh yeah. Bye. Yeah, I'm going to end it. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think that's working at all, is it? Oh. uh, oh God. This is like painful. I don't know if it's because my daughter's at home and maybe she's doing something like, don't know, doing something mad. Anyway, like while I can still talk to you all, I'm going to call it a day. I'm really sorry about that. It's probably good though because it means I can get on with editing the tap thingy. It's the Russians. Yeah, I think it is. Definitely the Russians. It's not the Inuits, that's for sure. Oh dear. Yeah. All right. Look, I think this is just getting painful. So, if you can all do us a big favor, if you can all put a like on the stream, and obviously make sure you are subscribed and all that sort of stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with maff, and we'll have a good chat about this. And meanwhile, just be careful because I don't quite know what's going to happen. In the back of my mind, I think the price will go up, but it could equally plummet as well. That doesn't help at all, does it? Right. Anyway, Luke, take care, everyone. I'll see you all in the Discord or whatever, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Take care. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate that. All right. Take care.